who's the best bet in DFS to have the most DK fantasy points tonight, Garion?
Yeah, not a ton of options, but I would say Karl-Anthony Towns is probably the safest play, up above 9K on this slate, so it stands to reason he's probably going to score the most DraftKings points. Not an ideal matchup against the Knicks, although the front court a little bit weaker if Nerlens Noel doesn't play in this game. He's been out the last couple, nursing a knee injury, but Towns has just been really, really good. He's been his usual self. His past 10 starts, he's averaging 1.43 DraftKings points per minute played, and that volume could get pretty crazy tonight. I think this is probably the more competitive game, especially if you're just looking at the spreads on the DraftKings Sportsbook, and Towns has played some serious minutes the last 2 times Minnesota has had a quote-unquote competitive game. He's been up over 39 minutes played in those 2 games. So if he gets anywhere around 37, 38, 39 minutes, I just don't think there's anyone catching him tonight.
Who is going to score the most DK fantasy points, you think, tonight, Matt?
To me, there's one really, really important variable that will dictate who's going to be the top scorer, and that's if the Pistons can score enough to force Steph Curry to actually have to play his normal minutes and to have to play the fourth quarter. The one thing that's clear to me is that Julius Randle is the safest per dollar because he's much cheaper than Curry and Towns. So in terms of fitting a guy in your lineup, I think Randle makes more sense. So the guy I most want to roster here, if we're really trying to get into this question, I think Randle for cash games. Randle might even be a better GPP play. There's so much savings there, but there's a chance that if the Warriors defense isn't that good, there's no Draymond, Gary Payton's hurt, may not play. The Warriors defense may continue to have problems like it's been happening in recent games. And in that scenario, Curry's upside is huge because the major concern for him is they're 15-point favorites and you might have a blowout. So Randle to me is safe, but Curry I think has a chance to really blow up the slate if the game does stay close there.